let's make scanner.c. So we will implement these two functions. The first one is its init scanner. We will do scanner.current. It's on the first character, and scanner.start, it's on the source character, and scanner.line, by default it's on the line 1. So let's implement the function scan token. To do that, we need a function that advance and return the previous character. It advances the pointer to the next character, and it returns the previous character. And then we will do some switch case on that. Don't worry, we will implement this advanced function later. So let's say if on the case I saw some plus, I will just return the token plus. So I will define some function called create token, and we will pass the token type. So let's create that function called create token. It will just create a token with the type passed as an argument, as an argument, and it will return a token. So say static function, which will return token, create token, let's declare a token. Then for the type we'll do type token start scanner start, then token length. We will subtract the pointer at current position from the start. It will return the length of the token. Then token line, it's scanner.line, and we will return simply that token. Okay, let's implement the advanced function. It's a simple function, static char advance. Okay, scanner, we will advance our current position, and then we will return the previous character. Okay, that's good for now. So let's come back to our switch case and recognize other tokens. So if the character that we read is minus, we simply will return a create token minus. In the case of a star, we will return create token so in the case of a slash, create token slash. Don't worry, some of you will say, so what if this slash, it means not a division character but it's a comment? What guarantees that user print like this comment? And I read this one and I create a slash token. So this one, it will be, I should be skipping that whole things, but don't worry, after we finish the switch case we will handle this case to skip all comments and white space. So case less to case less will return create token less. But what if this token less, the token after that is equal? But then it should be to be token less equal. So I will do some function, some boolean function that will return if at the current character we have equal, then we will create a token called token less equal. Otherwise, if it is not, we'll just create token less. Let's build that match function. Static match, and we pass a character expected. Okay, if our position is at the end, we will simply return false. And if our current pointer is different than expected, we will return false. Otherwise, we will augment our current position by 1, and then we will return true. This function is too simple. The only thing we need to implement is I forget that it returns a boolean. Static boolean is at end. In this function, we will simply look for the null character. If the current position is a null character, we return equal a null character, which will be, otherwise it's false. Okay, we are making some advance in our scanner. it is a little bit powerful now. We will continue scanning our source array. So if the character I'm reading it's greater, we will return create token, and if its next is an equal character, then we will create a token type called greater equal, otherwise it's simply a token creator. Also we will check for another character it's equal. You get the idea. We'll create token and we will check if the next character is another equal, then we will make token equal, otherwise it's just token equal. In the case of not character, we will return create token if the next one if equal, we will return token not equal, otherwise we just say not. Let's handle the comma case. Return create token token comma. Also for the case of semicolon, we return create token semicolon. So in the case of a dot, we will return create case of left parent, we return create token left brace. I'm sorry. Case of the right one, return create token right brace. In case of a left parent, we will return create token left parent. Case of right one, return create token right parent. So in the case of a, we will handle string case. All we need is to implement the string case, and also we need to implement skipping white spaces and comments. Also we need to determine the end of file, and also we need we need to determine numbers and identifiers and keywords. So we will handle this case. So let's now handle the string case, which will return a token and the string. So the string, we will read the string until we find a closing string, or if we find an end of file, it's just an error. We will make a token that said it's unterminated string. So this is the two cases. The first case, if we see an end of string, it's good. If it's not, it's an end of file, then this string, it must be an error. So we will make another token that says it's unterminated string. So let's do that by creating this beautiful function. We need a helpful function called Pika. It just returns the current character. Return scanner current. So let's come back to our string function and we will implement that. We'll make a while loop, pick the current. If the current character is not the end of the string and is not at the end, we will just advance our cursor. And if Pika is equal a new line, so we will increment our line by 1. Okay, if is at the end, we will return error token and unterminated string. Otherwise, all is good. We will advance and we will return create token string. So let's create the error token. This function, it will return a token with type of error, and we will pass the message to that token. So let's create that function. At the top, we'll create a function called static token error token, and we will pass the message of the error. We'll create token dot type is token error, and token dot line also it's the scanner line, and start is the message. Token start is the message. The token length is the length of the message, and then token line is it's our current scanner line, and then we will return that token. So let's come back. As you see here, we have the string handler. We will loop until we found either a end of file or either an end of a string. If the case is an end of file, it's unterminated string. If not, it must be we have seen a end of string, so we will return a created tag. So let's come back to our switch case. If either these characters, if some other characters we don't know in our language, we will just return a token with a message error, unknown character. Okay, so let's handle the skipping white spaces. To do that, we need a helper function. We will create this helper function, skip white space, and we will implement that function now. Skip white space. It will skip all white spaces and all comments. So we'll create a for loop. Okay, and then we will read the current character. We will do a switch case. If this character is a space, or if it is a tab, or we will just advance our cursor and we will break. And then if it's a new line, we will increment our scanner line, and then we will advance by a character, and then we will break. If it is a slash, we will check. If the next character is another slash, then we will treat that as a comment. So we will do peak next. If it is different than slash, then we simply will just return. We will end this function, and then if it is not, we will skip comment and we will break. For the default case, we will end this function. So let's create a peak next and skip count. So let's do that. Static. Oh, static char peak next. This function, it will return the next character. It's like peak, but it is on the next character by one. So we'll check if it is at the end. We'll return the null character. Otherwise, we will return the next character. Okay, and then we will create the skip comment function. Static void skip comment. This function, it's too simple. We will just check if it is the end of file, and if the current character is different than the new line, which means we have reached the end of the comment, we will just make an advance. We will keep doing that until we find either a new line or an end of file. So let's continue our scanner. We will handle. So after white space is handled and comment is handled, we will initialize our scanner start, because we will change our reference. The reference now is on the current character because we are skipping white spaces.